Golly, that's like several pockets.
That's the nicest rock he's got.
Alright, so we're starting off with a pretty good one here. So this one seems to have 1, 2 good windows on it that both show very unusual banding for Kentucky. So in theory, if I were to cut it through here, avoiding this window and a couple fractures along the way, we should be able to get a pretty solid piece or two. Alright, got it lined up. Let's see if it goes good. Alright, so this one's a pretty exciting little one. Should it turn out good? Whoa. Okay, it's fractured like all to pieces, but that's got like a really good band around the outside. It's pretty solid. Let's check the other side. Not as many colors as I expected, considering the very vibrant outside. Like, I don't know why, but some of the agates from the particular location we found them from almost remind me of like Brazilian agates in their pattern and color. Yeah, it's pretty. Could make some good little polished chunks if I can work with the fractures there. Nice. Alright, next up we've got this pretty big chunk. It's got some yellow and red, hopefully. All sorts of banding all throughout it. Just gonna try to go for it since I can't really stand it up and make any kind of good specimens in my saw. Or I don't know if any saw could actually do that, really. I got it lined up as so here. Hopefully we've got at least a little bit of room to slab it in case it does end up being an absolute beauty. It was raining on me on the way down, so this better be worth it. Haven't seen it. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful fire-like. And it's got some like weird crimson coming out of it. Yes, this is why we cut. Let's get a slab off of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would like to apologize for making a 6-7 joke in 2026. It will never happen again. I'm sorry that I violated your trust. Alright, got it lined up again. That was a really, really nice rock, so let's go for it again. Alright, here's a slab off that one that kind of looks almost like a flame. Holy smokes. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely getting bigger. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yeah, that's really sweet. Let's check out the other side on this. Yeah, it looks just about the same as this piece. That is just incredible. I think I'm done with slabbing this one, so let's take a look at that. Yeah, look. That is just a gorgeous piece right there. If only it was you know, fully complete, but I can't really complain about that. That's really, really nice. Nice. Alright, next up we've got just this peculiar little nodule here. Not really sure what too much to expect out of it, so I'm just gonna cut it, hope for the best. Alright, got the little one in there. Hopefully that one turns out. Alright, let's see what we got out of this little tiny one. Fully expected to be quartzy. It's kind of just a little moss agate. Not really what we're looking for. Yeah, good though. Alright, next up we've got this pretty looking piece of agate. So it seems to be showing some blue and red banding here. And hopefully we can get a good chunk of that through the whole mass of the rock. Alright, we've got it lined up here, so hopefully the agate goes beyond this little bit of quartz here, sinks under it, and we get a nice, more full face than what is currently visible. So as I kind of expected, it was a little bit too tall to reliably go through my saw. So we just kind of have to go back to the Neolithic era. Wow. that. Stunning colors there. Yeah, it seems to have opened up a little bit down there, just behind the quartz. See how this other side is. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got some nice looking blues and reds in there. Nice. Alright, next up we've got this one with an unusual looking husk. So here we can see a little bit of banding like on the outside. And then we've got a couple pockets with some botryoidal agate on the inside. So these two signs make me think that it should be agate for a good chunk of the way through. I can already see it. And sure enough, loads of quartz. At least it formed in eyes though, which is nice because those are, you know, pretty in their own right. Just, you know, not quite what we're looking for. Alright, next up we've got this little tiny one. It's got some interesting oranges and yellows in the banding. I'm just gonna try to go around through here so I can dodge as many windows as I can, but it's impossible to dodge them all because of the nature of this rock. Alright, got it lined up to take a shot through here, which is just about right where I want it to go because you can't really get a whole lot out of it without cutting through some windows, so gotta make some compromises. Alright, I think this one's gonna be pretty sweet, but pretty small. Let's see what we've got. Hey, yeah, we've got a little bit of this nice yellow banding. Like that little eye that formed there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's see the other side. Oh yeah, I like that side a lot. See those, a lot of those eyes, a little bit of a depth effect in there with the quartz. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet little piece. Nice.
Ad lib.
Moment of truth.
Wow, that's beautiful, baby.
Oh, hey.
That is out of this world.
That is, wow.
Look at that, look at that.
I didn't expect it to go into like that, such deep crimson. Golly, that's like several pockets.
That's the nicest rock he's caught. By far, the nicest
Oh, yeah.
rock he's caught.
Good there, that's solid.
Oh, wow.
Good job holding together too, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Good job, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
you cut that like it was nothing.
Yeah. Look. Oh, it's got some pink in it.
Yeah,
Love that.
That's just
Your phone's ringing.
wow.
Spectacular. Wow. Really crazy. I didn't expect it to have so many individual pockets fused into one. That's the last thing I expected out of it.